What are you looking? Wait, I'm just checking something. Checking what? Checking how much of my hair has survived this journey. Is that the first thing you want to check? Well, I'm curious. So tell me, what is that you are doing nowadays? Well, I'm currently leading the Project Management Center of Excellence, which is the capability building arm of Tata Projects. And I also take care of the skill building at various project sites where we train and develop our contractor workforce. You still look surprisingly calm, and you look exactly the same as I remember. Meaning, you already have the entire initiative planned in your head. Naturally, to kind of find the right partner, get the leadership alignment, and finalize the model and implement that across all the sites in a seamlessly integrated way. Yeah, I think that's where the story gets more interesting. We think of building a training program, but slowly we realize that we are actually building something much larger. So what changes? You see, the sites are very different. Each site is different, and the requirement of each of these site is also different. And you know, when we need to develop training program across various sites, we also need to look at suitable models that fit each of these sites. When we are scaling up, we need to also bring many master trainers and kind of get them involved and look at the right model for each of the sites so that the training programs are delivered as planned. Right now, I'm just thinking about how will I go about the implementation. And that changes the moment you start interacting with these candidates. When we talk to many of these candidates who are enrolled into our supervisors program, they are generally 12th pass candidates who get enrolled into the program. Most of them could not pursue their higher education for want of financial support and the family background from where they are. When we observed many of these candidates who are doing well and we got them enrolled into the program, the kind of interest that they show in the work that they do, and when you actually interact with them, you hear them saying that how they respect this organization because the kind of investment that we make in their development. I think that is more than just an implementation of a program, right? It is more of a life changing experience for each one of those who are going through this program. It must be a special feeling. Yeah, see, we have several such instances when we go and talk to them. Recently I was at one site and we kind of, we were engaging with them in terms of what was their experience and all that feedback. One of the candidate was saying, sir, हमारा तो अभी second semester भी complete हो गया और आगे हमारा क्या role रहेगा organization में. Now you see the complete mindset has changed, more from what do I do next to where do I go next. So I think that's a big shift that has happened in terms of the program, in terms of the intervention, in terms of their own experience of how they perceive the program. Was there a moment when you felt that strongly? Yes, of course. The last year convocation, where more than 150 candidates got their first diploma certificate. I think the level of confidence that they show, and when they receive this certificate, it's truly amazing and quite heartening. Again, we have another 250 candidates who will be receiving their certificate in the coming month. And I'm guessing there were difficult moments too. Of course, uh, see the managing the skilled workforce across the sites is really challenging because we really do not know what kind of surprises that the site will pose. There are instances where we had to actually mobilize people from one side to the other side. While this is a very common occurrence across many sites, the challenge becomes more serious when a large site has to be demobilized. Now, changing the site is not just about changing the location because these candidates are used to some way of living and some site condition and all that. And more so, the requirement at the new site could be slightly different. Like, for example, somebody who was just doing a supervision may have to do more of a skilled work. And there were a lot of doubts in the minds of these candidates, etc. And we had to really talk to each of these candidates, close to 300 people. We took them on a video conference call and then gave them the assurance and explained what it means a change for them. And of course, some of them opted out of the program, and I think that is also some lesson that we learned. But 85% of the people were we could successfully mobilize to other sites, and today they are going through the program. And interestingly, some of those who left at that point in time have started approaching us, saying that can we be part of the new site where the mobilization has happened. So it is more than a skill building; it's more than training. It is more related to how we help people transform their own lives by building skill and getting more confidence. Listening to you, I think the initiative has changed you as well. Yeah, of course. See, when I see the changes that I have myself gone through, right, I came from a very strong technical background, and I felt that knowing something and doing something better can make you successful. But when I get engaged in these many activities and these new initiatives, what I feel is that what I realize and what I have learned is that you need to know, you need to also do, but you also need to tell the world that what you can do and be more visible. So most of the times, the visibility that you bring for the work that you do and the stakeholder engagement that you have can really change your success within the organization with respect to the initiatives that you take. I think that is one of the major transformation I had with respect to my own journey. The second is that I also got a feedback at some point in time saying that look, you are like a banyan tree to the people who are working under you. The meaning is that I never used to allow my people to make any mistake. In the sense, I kind of uh, be more proactive in ensuring that they don't fail. But what I did not realize is that sometimes it is fine for the team to fail because that's where they learn, and we give them that opportunity to learn and grow. I think that's another big learning which I can say that I learned over the years. And of course, I also used to have a belief that your manager knows it all and you just have to follow what your manager says. But it's while it is true that your manager knows more than what you may know, but nothing prevents you from bringing your own innovation. So I think these are some of the large transformations which I feel for myself that I've learned over a period of my time in Tata Projects. So what has changed? See, today we don't have to start with all the answers. And when we start any initiative, it is fine that if you don't know some of the answers, believe in the process, understand the ecosystem, and trust your team. And you can always find answers as you progress. So I think that is one important change which I see for myself, that you don't have to have all the answers as you start, but you have the commitment to ensure that you will find the answer as you progress. And I think that's a change. So what should I know before I leave? So the biggest impact is not about the kind of framework that we deliver, but is the kind of confidence that we build in our stakeholders in all the initiatives, and eventually the confidence that you build in yourself when you are engaged in all these great initiatives.